Is this a sweet knife? Yeah, it's a pretty cool knife. I like it. The best thing about it is this blade shape. Let me go ahead and flip it out for you. So, yeah, the blade shape is a sweet blade shape. It's over 3 inches, full-blown Wharncliffe, kind of a sheep's footy vibe to it, especially in the way you got the big swoop here and the termination of the spine to the edge there. It's kind of got a or a sheep's footy-esque vibe across the top of it, but as far as it being a straight blade, yeah, that is definitely a Wharncliffe edge, for show, right? Is the forward finger choil really a usable choil? Not really. I mean, in a for a second, yeah, if you absolutely need to get a choke up and get that leverage power, but as far as how uncomfortable the rounded out part is right here, that's not something that is going to be comfortable for lots and lots of cuts. That's you're gonna want to get off of that and fall back to the best hand grip right here, which is insanely comfortable. Very, very comfortable, perfect placement right there in a darn near death grip of a grip. So the hole cutout for the thumb hole for reverse flicking and thumb flicking all day, every day, buddy. Yeah, boy. You can flick the shit out of that one, that's for sure. Access to the liner lock, or, well, is it a frame lock or is it a liner lock? Which is it? It's very deceptive in the way those, the insets of the micarta is done on this blackwash titanium frame. That is kind of debatable. So, but the access to it, easy peasy. Yes, jimping, nice, good jimping. Jimping is nice and good. Super comfortable. Yeah. So why do these companies all of a sudden have issues with how they do the ramping part of the pocket clip? The name of this knife, if you don't know already, is the Tuckamore. It's the Kansept Tuckamore. Tuckamore. Let me say it one more time. Tuckamore. Do you need more tuck? Yeah. Okay, that's a weird name. It's definitely an odd name. Very interesting name. I mean, it's like naming knives is insanely difficult these days without duplicating somebody else's knife in what they named it. But now, the Tuckamore is really, really interesting. Do I wish it was a flipper? Yes, I kind of do. But I'm kind of okay with it. Really having only one area of deployment methods, as in the fact that you can reverse flick if my finger's not in the way, or you can thumb flick, which I am not so great at right-handed. But yeah, it's still easily doable if you don't suck like me. Now, I'm just much better at it right and left-handed. Yeah, much easier for me as a lefty to do that left-handed with the thumb. But yeah, reverse flick all day long. All day long. So yeah, I absolutely love the blade shape. And as far as opening methods, the fact that it really only gives you one way to open it, even though that's technically 2 methods, under and thumb. I kind of do wish it was a flipper, but once you get over it, and it's fine. Other knives, for instance, that do kind of the same thing but do have a flipper would be this Arcane Crawler. Has a nice flipper. Love the way the flipper is on that one. It's not a massive pocket poker pecker flipper. and the detent on mine is rather strong detent, but you can definitely roll it open with the thumb and reverse flick all day long with this guy. But yeah, so there's another one that's somewhat similar in size as well as method of opening. Here's another one, totally different lock. Here's the pyrite with the warning blade shape. It's a button lock, so you've got the opening and closing using the button lock like so, but it's also got the thumb hole cut out so you can reverse flick and thumb flick or thumb roll. So that kinda has double, because you can use the lock, the button lock, as a way to open the blade, but it doesn't have a pocket pecker. There's no flipper. No flipper. Here's another one of my knives that doesn't have a flipper, or at least it doesn't have a back flipper. This is the Petrified Fish Scholar, which is a very sweet knife. It is a front flipper, which works extremely well. It is a fantastic front flipper. The front flipper on it is super well done, and the action on it is really sweet for not struggling with the front flipper, as long as you keep the meat of your palms away. But because this is a hollow grind, and a beautiful hollow grind, you can actually slow roll it with your thumb, kind of pinch it and then roll it out with your thumb, or you can reverse flick this. How about that? Again, not the greatest at it right-handed, but yeah. Because of the hollow grind that it has, you can flick this out along with using the front flipper. So, yeah, I don't understand why they didn't do the ramping. If the camera would frickin' focus. Come on. There we go. Why can't you do a ramp like that on the end of the pocket clip? On this guy, there's like hardly any ramp. It's just my camera's not on. There we go. Aha. Yeah, it's just a very subtle angle, like a soft rounded angle. Why did they do that? I don't know. Does it go in and out of my pocket? For the most part, yes, it works fairly well. There's just enough there that I don't necessarily always have to go and pry it up. It is a very springy clip, but yeah, I wish they had done it like this. It would have just made all the difference. So yeah, those are my gripes with this guy. My gripes are the pocket clip. Coulda, shoulda, easily would have been done, done better, made it all that much nicer of a knife. The second thing that I kind of wish, but I'm okay that it doesn't, is having a flipper. I wish it had a little flipper, so I could flippy flip. And then the third thing, this is not a hollow grind. It almost feels like a hollow grind, but it's not. It's not. It's just a flat grind. And yeah, if they had made it a hollow grind, even a very shallow hollow grind, oh, that would have been money. But it is 20 CV steel, CPM 20 CV, so sweet steel. And the hole cutout and the blade shape is freaking fantastic. The other thing that's a huge nice job that they did was the way these inlays are with this micarta. Ooh, flawless. Like the transition, you would think that it's all one piece because you don't feel it. You do not feel it anywhere around the edge of this. You do not feel. And therefore, because they had to mill out that part in order to get the micarta to inlay there so nicely, there's like no milling cut out, no relief cut out, except for this tiny little bit for the sake of the lock. Yeah, no. Standoffs and there is nothing. Those are flat on the inside for that titanium. How cool is that? So, and it's still fairly light. It's like 3.5 ounces, roughly. It's right about 3.5 ounces when you got well over a 3¼ inch-ish blade. So, fantastic. It is really, really fantastic. Really nice knife for around 160, 170 bucks on where you buy it. Buy it at White Mountain Knives if you can. You get your 10% off like I do. That's always makes it a sweet deal to get that 10% off. So, but yeah. So, do I like the knife overall? Yes. Do I think that it missed out on some small alterations / improvements that would have made a grand slam? Yes. The pocket clip, the a flipper, and a hollow grind on that blade would have turned this solid home run into a freaking grand slam out of the park. Jump for joy. Watch those fireworks. Yeah. But I like it. It's a really good knife, especially for the price and the materials. You got your micarta and your titanium with 20 CV steel. Yes, 20 CV steel. And it's a slicey blade. I've been carrying it and using it for the last handful of days. I'd actually clean it up for this video because there was tape marks and stuff all on the blade. But yeah, it's wicked sharp and a wicked good profile, and the ergonomics are fantastic. Love the ergos on it. Why is my camera struggling to go in and out of focus? I don't know, but yeah, it's a good knife. If you like it too, don't be afraid to pick one up. They're pretty sweet. Probably my favorite Kansept so far, thus far, out of all the ones that they've made. This is probably my favorite. And it's the only one that I felt worth picking up thus far. Again, so Kansept, keep working on things. You're doing a good job. You're heading in the right direction. And I look forward to seeing even cooler stuff from y'all in the future. Alright, thanks for watching. And I am out of here. Peace!